For the first time in Philippine performing arts history, the country's best classical dance company, theater company, and orchestra are teaming up together. This year, they bring to life a magical twin bill, Peter and the Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. We're joined this morning by Repertory Philippines Artistic Director Jeremy Domingo and Ballet Philippines President Kathleen Lichtenstein. It's a beautiful day, guys. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monique and Paulo.
It's so great having
you all
y'all.
again.
Great
So
seeing
this
you
is-
guys again.
Yeah, this is such a big collab. Three major ballet, symphony, and repertory,
yeah.
major performing arts in one. How did this collab come about?
Oh, Miss Mai Mai, I think you can recap the history for
It's
that.
actually not as easy as it sounds. And well, Mindy and I have been talking about collaborating mainly for a very beautiful piece of art. But it's too much, so we thought, okay, let's do it little by little. And then COVID happened, and this was the result of that collaboration. It was basically to put together our expertise of 213 years.
Yeah.
Together, we're all 200 years old. And so we thought, let's give it to the audience to be different this time. We'll put drama, ballet, and live music together on stage. And for the same amount of money of the ticket
Yeah.
price.
Okay.
Parang
Yeah,
3-in-1 siya.
3-in-1 and more, Paolo.
okay.
And more. You'll come out singing, dancing, at the same time wanting to come back again. I really believe you'd love it.
You know, first of all, when you mentioned that it's not as easy as it sounds, don't worry, it sounds very difficult. But Jeremy, I want to go to you because, syempre, when we talk about stage plays in particular, normally there already is a function of, well, normally you have a choreographer, you have a live band, you always work with that type of groups. Pero the scale of this feels completely different. Can you tell us a bit about bringing such huge productions together in a twin bill? And a twin bill means you're running two things on the same night.
Yeah.
Two shows on the same ticket. Like Miss Mai Mai said, this is a culmination of 213 years of performing arts history. That, just to clarify that, that's 56 years of Ballet Philippines, 58 years of Repertory Philippines, and 99 years of Manila Symphony Orchestra coming together for all 213 years of history. And this is really just, I like to think of it as elevated storytelling.
Yeah.
In previous shows like our children's theater, for our theater for young audiences, there's always been a ballet or a symphonic component. For those who remember our big musicals at Meralco Theater and Rizal Theater, we would have 60-piece orchestras. And there was always a symphonic element. Our children's theater, which we have annually, usually has one or two featured ballet dancers. But this is the first time we're really engaging in a full-on production. That this is, as a matter of fact, it's actually divided into two. The first part is Peter and the Wolf, which I'll be directing, and that's Repertory's production, where it's narration to the original symphony orchestra by Prokofiev. It's a 20 to 30-minute piece which introduces children to classical music. And then we turn it over to Ballet Philippines. Part 2 will be Little Red Riding Hood, and their esteemed choreographer, Mikhail Martinyuk from Russia, is doing an original ballet set to Little Red Riding Hood. So it's a twin bill. It's the best of all three worlds in one ticket.
Yeah,
so
I'm so
really
excited to see how this is going to all play out together. Because like you said, three, orchestra, theater, and dance. So how did each of those performing arts genres bring their own unique strengths to your guys' twin bill?
So Ballet Philippines, it's a full-length ballet, for instance. We not only complemented the Peter and the Wolf story with its narration. It's a live narration on stage. We've also provided them the ballerinas for their nymphs, for their wood scenes. So it's entirely ballet on that aspect. And you will see how the instruments are being used to represent the animals, for instance. the birds will be the flute, the cats will be clarinet, and Peter the strings, and the grandfather bassoon. So all this will be narrated, and the children will be transported to a world that not only will entertain them but educate them that very moment. And that's what we really aim for. So for the ballet, it's a Renault story, and it's original. The music are compositions of the masters that Misha put together. Very fascinating. And yet, it brings you to what is today's life, full of drama, full of, oh my God, should I talk to that stranger? Or should I just keep quiet and just pass on into the woods? In our case now, the malls. and yes, you would love it. Please bring your children and you yourselves, your husbands, your partners.
Children of all ages.
Yes,
Children
from all ages. all
exactly.
genders.
And for the MSO, we've decided let's not cut corners here, Jeremy. We thought let's have wild live music of the Manila Symphony Orchestra.
I know they will be on stage
On
as well,
stage.
right?
It's their
30,
part.
60.
So
Oh, they're not even on the pit.
will they be
No,
part
no.
of
They're on
the
stage,
choreography?
yes.
They'll be part of the choreography. They'll
Okay.
be part of the production set.
Nice.
So imagine that. Imagine
That is
it.
amazing. Because usually the orchestra is just below, right?
Yeah.
So
They're
now
not
it's part of the
submerged this
stage.
time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's part of the whole production. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So bringing together all these three elements, you have theater, you have ballet, you have orchestra. What were the challenges that you had to face, coming up with this amazing grand production?
I think our main challenge there was to keep it subdued.
To keep everything in check. It's a matter of a lot of time management. As a matter of fact, MSO, with big shout to Jeffrey
Marlon
Salares.
Chen
I think their
also.
current conductor Marlon Chen, I believe, are going to be in Bohol for the next few days. So we're speaking on MSO on their behalf. That we've all been really busy. Repertory we just concluded a show at our Rep Eastwood Theater just last week, and we have our own production, another Rep Theater for Young Audiences production in late August. So this is it's really a matter of finding the right time to pool our resources to come together for. So it's a very very concerted effort.
Okay.
And it's a juggling act.
Yeah, I mean, before I forget, I want to shout out your throwback to Rizal Theater. Incredible theater.
The Rizal
I'm so sorry. And
Yeah.
when you said, I'm like, yeah, that was a time. And
Are
then,
you showing your age?
Actually, I'm not. Di ko naabutan yung Rizal Theater.
It's an urban legend.
Yeah, but anyway,
legend.
yeah, it's a legend. But
Me too. I don't.
you don't know what it
Actually,
is.
no.
Yeah, I get you. But when we talk about the fact that, okay, so you're playing two stories here, is the wolf the same character the entire time? There's a wolf in both of them. Or is that a
No.
twist?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh my gosh, okay.
No,
And
no,
then-
have to see to find out.
Let's make it more entertaining.
Sige, sige.
The wolf there will be two wolves.
okay.
One ballet dancer, and the other one wild wolf.
But let's go back. Most people know Little Red Riding Hood, right?
Yeah,
but most
exactly.
people don't know Peter and the Wolf. Can you guys give us like a quick summary of what that is?
Okay, so Peter and the Wolf is it's a 20-minute orchestra by Sergei Prokofiev, a Russian composer,
Yes.
and it's really designed to introduce children to classical music, and it's a staple. It's like the Nutcracker. It's performed every Christmas, every year in the West, in the U.S. And, if you look on YouTube, there are a lot of an actor friend told me he grew up listening to a record album of Peter and the Wolf. There are narrations by David Bowie, by Sean Connery, by Patrick Stewart, so many celebrities, even Bono of you two had a film version.
Yeah.
And it's a generational tale. It's a fable. A folk tale, and it's set to, like Miss Maymay said, every major character is represented by an instrument in the orchestra. So Peter is represented by the violin and all the strings. There's a duck represented by the oboe, the big bad wolf, the cat by the clarinet. So all these characters in a microcosm of the world and all of its dangers. Peter and the Wolf is also a very empowering story for children, because our hero is a little boy who lives in the meadow with his grandfather. And not unlike a lot of our young heroes today who have so much, there's so many forces in nature to contend with. And this, it's a story that reminds us that sometimes our wit, our intelligence, and our good sense will help us through the day, and we can all be heroes just being on our best behavior. So that's, I think that's what kids will take away from it. But it's almost 90 years old. It was written, I believe, in 1936.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost a century old,
Yeah.
but it's a contemporary classic.
No, I'm glad you guys are bringing this to the Philippines, because like you said, most
Yeah.
people, they only know the Nutcracker.
That's
So
right,
I'm
yeah.
so glad this is coming to fruition.
We hope for this. We hope this will be an annual tradition.
Yeah.
We'll
I hope
see,
so.
For the whole family.
And the
Absolutely.
little
Yes,
Red Riding Hood actually end up not gruesome. It's the lively one.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
There are many versions of the
Yes,
story.
version. And Spice is telling me, is that gonna end?
No, safe for children, safe for the whole
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Walang matatrauma after.
Wala.
Not this one.
For this production, there are seats reserved for the underserved communities.
The first
Is that
time,
correct?
the first time we met,
Okay.
we immediately made sure that we want to think of it as an outreach program. Therefore, we will have on every shows available seats that's free for the underserved and the underprivileged children and adults as well.
How did you select this community, the barangays, to be part of this? And what do you expect? Because there will be children who will be seeing a production like this for the very first time. And what do
Actually,
you want
yeah.
to see in their faces as they watch this?
They will be very happy, of course. How we selected them, basically we got in touch with the LGUs
Okay.
and foundations. And in terms of Ballet Philippines, we used our outreach programs. We had the ATAS come in again.
Yeah.
The Kalingas, we're inviting them again to come and be submerged and
Yeah.
immersed with the theater.
Yeah.
And the outreach programs, if we can reach out to our, the Lake Cebu people,
Yeah.
why not? Those are our dreams. Let them come in, the Tibulis, the Maranaos,
Yeah.
the Badyaos.
Yeah.
You know, we always talk about making this more accessible to everyone, and a lot of it also comes with education. Siyempre, you have to get the kids into it for the very first time. The music they mentioned a while ago is to introduce kids to classical music, but how important is it that we reach a new generation with this type of artistry, not just with one. You have stagecraft, you have ballet, you have the musical symphony as well, symphony orchestra. How important is it to actually reach out to that generation? Yung mga Gen Z ngayon.
Z into Alpha.
Alpha
actually.
as well. I was
Z
gonna say
and
Alpha
A.
as well.
I don't know that.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to our Generation Alpha daughter, who's not quite watching this because she's in school right now.
Yeah.
But
Okay, dapat lang.
like all forms of entertainment, it has to evolve. It's been a theater and the arts, live entertainment is in a wonderful place right now. Because, we were deprived during the pandemic. We had 3 years of darkness, but there was still activity on Zoom. There were still meetings and plan. This was actually born pre-pandemic, but it actualized after 5 or 6 years. But if you look at the popularity of stage plays, we have plays like Hamilton to thank for this. That it brought in it ushered in a new generation, and that fuses rap with theater, the way that Jesus Christ Superstar put rock into theater.
No, but we'll not have rap in
not,
this.
not this time.
Not this
I
time,
think
not
not
yet.
Not yet.
That
Yeah.
will be another,
Right,
next year. We have that.
A different project.
Rap and ballet.
We'll see how that
Yeah.
goes.
Actually, maybe you
Rap
can
and ballet.
maybe you can get punk rock also para mag-gets ni Anna.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Maybe,
Yes,
while My
yes.
Chemical Romance will be in town. Let's see what happens.
Exactly.
But I think because audiences have so much, like I call it selection paralysis.
Yeah.
We spend so much time on Netflix just choosing,
Yeah.
and by the time we select the show, that half the battle is already
True.
over because we've spent so much time selecting. Now, if we present options to children, so we fuse a little bit of ballet, a little bit of classical symphonic orchestra into the theater, then again we're adding to the choices. We're really seeing that there are so many different ways to be entertained by live theater. That it's not just something staid. It's nothing complacent. That it's something that that itself evolves. There's a little something for everyone. So we're hoping that audiences of theater and ballet will discover the classical music for the first time. That our ballet audiences will discover something new. So it's hopefully the merging of three possible audiences to form a new one.
Yeah.
So let's
in
hope
a
that's
short, it's really inspiring the young people to continue and come and watch the shows.
Yeah.
Not only with your Korean shows,
K-pop.
K-drama,
yeah.
but there are more. So
Yeah,
it's really
yeah.
opening their exposure to other things.
Right. It's definitely great what you're doing, and we can't wait to see it. But before we let you guys go, what's your most memorable moment combining all three powerhouses during rehearsals before you guys basically open?
Oh, well, it's a story that is still in progress. So I mean, like I said, we are opening on August 1st. But I think it was that when we had our pictorial and we had One Wolf that brought together Little Red Riding Hood and Peter. We have many performers making their stage debuts in this. Our Peter is a 13-year-old young actor from the Philippine High School for the Arts in Mount
Makiling.
Makiling. And we will be inviting the school to be one of our beneficiaries to come and watch. But just this idea that it's just worlds merging, and just watching it now that we had One Wolf with two heroes. So just seeing how it's actually happening, it's actually taking place. It's like a multiverse.
I was gonna say, it's like the Avengers coming together.
Coming together.
Justice League
Everyone,
together.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so incredible.
And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be there. We'll watch. We'll bring.
Solaire.
And
Solaire.
Yeah, it's like
Solaire.
audience.
Yeah.
So we would like to invite you all, August 1, 2, and 3. We have gala shows, matinee at 2 o'clock, and an evening show at 7 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And if you don't have the means to watch it, please call us. We'll make it possible for you.
Aw,
Part
that's
of our
so
outreach
sweet.
program.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
that's incredible.
Thank you. We definitely cannot wait. I've been saying this, but I'm super excited for this because, especially Paolo, you're such a theater person, so I know this is definitely something you're looking forward to.
Oh, definitely my wheelhouse, and I cannot wait to see it and to learn more about it, especially the collaboration. I don't think I've seen three big productions.
The first time
Like
it's
this is the
happening.
first time in
Together.
Philippine
Amazing.
This
performing
way.
arts history. So you guys definitely don't want to miss this. Again, thank you so much, Repertory Philippines Artistic Director Jeremy Domingo and Ballet Philippines President Kathleen Lichtenstein.
Thank you very much.